We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. Oh, and he gets it all wrong. Penalty flag's going to come in and mark this one out beyond the 40-yard line. On the ground, here's Sanders to start the drive. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
On play action, here's Dak. He's got a man, it's C.D. Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. C.D. gets the Cowboys a first down.
45-yard line.
Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there. After giving up the first down.
Here we go. All right,
Still running for the first time with Devontae Williams. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Levante David doing his work on defense.
It's a pickup of 3.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Prescott. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Cowboys.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Cowboy first down.
On the ground, it's Sanders. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Cowboys.
They'll go with Williams. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings
second down and 3.
Here we go, 47. There we go.
Here's Sanders. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? Once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Oh, no chance for under a heavy rush. He goes down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Dak to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
I don't hate the decision, Mike. Be aggressive. Come away with a touchdown. But what the quarterback understands in this situation is you just can't hold the ball. You got to get it out of your hand. Give your guy a chance to come down with it. And he puts the ball in harm's way and results in a pick.
They run with the argument. It's Bucky over. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. There are 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
He'll go again here with Irvin. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 36.
Second down throw from Mayfield. The ball deflected at least a couple of times and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. This is 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick-6 to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick-6.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. We are through 1. It's the Cowboys.
I ain't gonna lie, if I ain't fuck up, I was gonna lean. If I ain't fuck up, but as long as I ain't fuck up, I swear to God, everything be all good. But watch what I tell you.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
Hey, alert 33.
They'll run with Irvin. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Donovan Wilson will bring him down.
Donovan Wilson on the stop.
Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard
The
line.
shotgun. Mayfield. Exiting the pocket right. Now he takes off. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The handoff. It's Irvin. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Sanborn on the stop.
He's brought down.
So, from 37, here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, alert 33.
Baker to throw. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Former 3rd overall pick, Quinton Williams. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long.
Regular. Stop.
They go play action with Mayfield. Throws deep for Godwin. That is hot. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Irvin. He'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Right back to Irvin. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 3rd and 7.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
On the ground, it's Irvin.
Now we have our own decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
On 4th down, Mayfield. This one caught it before. And he'll be out of bounds, but has the first down. They took the chance, threw it on 4th down, and they end up with 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Irving. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
2nd and goal. At the 4-yard
Out of the pistol,
line.
it's Mayfield. Escape on the ball's out. But it looks like the Buccaneers was able to bring that one back in. Tampa Bay will indeed retain possession.
A loss on the play. Brings up
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Mayfield. This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play calling just really finding his rhythm, mix and run, mix and pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Here comes a return from the 5. Now an opening at the 30. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
We're going to 54. Line in. Yeah, here we go. I take line in.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. Huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Buccaneers will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
The Bucs take over.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Here comes 2nd and 4. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
180. Stop.
Now Mayfield moving outside the pocket along the sideline. A nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A 1st down.
Gain of 10 yards. Complete to Bucky Irving. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Mayfield to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Timeout here at Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it to the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds
It's
there.
a gain of 28 yards.
It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28.
First down and goal to go.
180! What's up?
Throwing is Bacon. He'll swing this out wide to Irving. A dive, and he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, like the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mayfield to throw on first and 10. A pass pulled in by Irving. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 5. This is Irving. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing is Mayfield. Down the field, it's Evans. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, alert 30.
On first and 10, here's Baker. Rolling right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick six in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision. Doesn't take any chances. Smart move to just throw that one away.
180. What's up?
On play action, Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 10 yards to go.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
You find yourself trailing coming out of the halftime break. Your defense is going to start on the field. And, man, what a great way to get this half started. Keep this game within one possession, get the ball back to your offense, and see what they can do.
The Cowboys Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this on the ground with Sanders. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, here we go.
Now Prescott. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down.
So 3rd and 2, sometimes it's not about being fancy. You don't need your back to be a hero. Make sure, no matter what, pick up the yards needed, convert that 1st down. Now, if there's an opportunity to pop it, great. But don't try to go for the home run and bring up 4th down.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
That's another Cowboys 1st down. A gain of 11.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To 1st downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. 4th quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Prescott to his main man Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Cowboys.
47.
They'll run with Sanders. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Prescott now. This one is complete. It's Pickens. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, and that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And they continue to churn out 1st downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal. Now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. We'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here is 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. And that is in the end zone. He's in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. The return is covered. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
180! What's up?
They'll stick to the ground. They'll try to get back to the line. They will not have going to lose a yard.
He was taken down
Now on 2nd and long.
a loss of 2. Brings up
They'll run. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
the Irving ball carrier. The tackle by DeMarvion Overshown.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags.
Incomplete.
Going to be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Great job there defensively separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Now he'll work his way out right. Godwin working the right side. And he's going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. Wow, that was no small feat. Going for it on 4th and 9. They still picked it up by a yard. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
What's up?
They'll keep it on the ground. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard
180!
line.
What's up?
On 1st down is Mayfield. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
13 yards.
Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
35-yard line.
This offense still has the 1 timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now.
180! Kings! Hey, alert 33. Stop!
Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. It's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Buccaneers.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Let's get this point. He can make that in his sleeve.
So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to win the game. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt. and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Like, take. Wide. We're going to 54. Wide.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So a win here for the Buccaneers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa. Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Arizona Cardinals.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you, the kicker, Chad Ryland. Gonna get things started. And off we go from Arizona. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Baker gonna give it to Irvin. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 18 yards. And a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down. Here's Irvin. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Walter Nolan on the stop.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll run it. It's Irvin. And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
And our first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Baron Browning on the stop. 2-yard gain. Brings up second down at the Cardinals' 38-yard line.
They go play action with Mayfield. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
It's a pickup of 12. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
That'll give up the middle. He'll push forward for about a yard. Walter Nolan in there on the stop.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 1.
Third down, it's Irving. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down and less than a yard.
They'll go with the sneak. Oh, he's trying to get low. Push forward. I don't think he got there. He did not. He is short. And they've turned it over on down.
Turnover on downs.
First carry for James Conner. Got room at the 30. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Omaha.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Conner. Not much there. Maybe a yard. From the 42-yard line. Here's second and 8.
Brings up second.
Murray. Caught downfield by McBride. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. It is a big gain for Arizona. An even 40 yards.
At the 18-yard line.
So they move inside the 20. First and 10 at the 18.
2-2.
On the give. This is Conner. And he's in. What a drop. James Conner. Touchdown, Arizona.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Chad Ryland now for the extra point. The kick is good. So after one, the Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this.
Chad Ryland.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Out to his right. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
A gain of 12. And a Buccaneer first down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Calais Campbell, the longtime veteran, in there to bring him down.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's second down.
Let's go.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Hey, we're 33. King.
Now, faking the give. That's caught outside by Otten. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of
They'll break the
27
huddle.
yards.
Coming up now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Baker to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Here's Irvin. They'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down. First and goal.
19 more yards.
To throw is Mayfield. Another one from the 5. Second down and goal. The handoff into Irvin. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all. Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's third and goal. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he'll take it on in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa.
And that's just another element that defenses have to worry about when playing a team like this. You match up with all their skill guys in the route concept, but then there's nobody left to account for the quarterback, and he ends up making the play. Big-time finish, big-time play, and they end this drive with 6.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it, and the Buccaneers will level things out at 7 apiece.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
They send a receiver in motion left. Murray down to throw on first down. Forced out wide. Off he goes. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 40.
He'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
He's across midfield.
Here's second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
From the gun, it's Murray. Forced out left. Now he'll run it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
First and 10.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
On first down, Murray. They'll try to work the screen with Connor.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
That's another Cardinals first down.
Working out of the gun, Murray. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got
to the goal line and in. Trey Spencer. Touchdown, Cardinals. Extra point now by Riley.
Chad Riley for the extra point.
And he missed it. It is no good. And this is going to remain a 6-point margin.
Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Johnson now to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. Lone left side. The catch is made. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 16 yards. Complete to Payne Durham. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On play action, Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Hey, look!
Now Mayfield. Going up top for Evans. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. From the 35, it's first and 10.
Shit. Oh, what? 2-2. Hey. 2-2.
They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's coming.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that one.
Murray now on second down. A float behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and
trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
King! Yeah. Run.
Again, this is Irvin. And he'll work this down inside the 35. Came Davis Gaither there to make the stop.
34-yard line. 2 yards on the
Second down throw from Mayfield. He doesn't throw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Evans. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for a first down.
A run on first and goal. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
The tackle made
Now
at the
here's
6
second
yard
and
line.
goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
They'll go with him again. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line.
As of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
That is taken in for the touchdown. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Bucs move out in front by a point. It's 14-13.
13. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
On first down, the drive begins with time. Oh, a loose football. The Bucs have it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Akeem Davis Gaither on the stop. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Second down, they need 7.
Regular. Point it right. Watch.
Another run here with and that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He's taken
Here
down
now,
at the 7-yard
third and 5.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
On third down, it's White.
I think the decision of whether or not you kick the field goal or keep your offense on the field, Mike, comes down to, do you have a play on your call sheet you love? Do you have a critical down, fourth down play that you know is going to work? Because if you do, now's the time to dial it up, be aggressive, and extend this drive.
They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Really nice coverage there defensively, and here you find yourself in a one-score game, Mike. He understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away, snap it again.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to be taken down here. The defense comes up with a sack on the final play of this third quarter. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Now Mayfield. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they'll discuss what's to come. It's fourth down. Looming.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one online, and it is good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Forward. One more. Two.
First down throw for Murray. Forced to his right. Man open is Jones. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's good.
It's a big play when they needed it the most. 37 yards. Throwing now, Murray on first down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at him. It's first and goal. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Arizona. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. So a big play coming here for the Cardinals, who will go for 2. Out of the gun, it's Murray. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. Baker going to give it to Irvin. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. So, from 37, here's second and 8.
Brings up second and 8.
To throw is Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. Talk things over before third down. They go play action with Mayfield. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good rally to the football. It's a gain of 9, but it brings up his fourth down.
At the 39-yard line. A gain of 9. It's fourth down.
They'll go. Mayfield escaping to his left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a loss of a yard.
Here's 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smuffy Bunting. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At the
Running here is Connor. And he'll be strapped up at the line of scrimmage. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Murray now. Moving to his left. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Murray. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And the Cardinals
On 1st down, it's Murray. On the run to the right. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that.
Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And they will finally get to him as he's brought down near the 40-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of the game, and no bigger play.
Rashawn White. Not quite to the end zone, but in great position out of bounds at the 3. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 59 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on time. Now, 1st and goal.
Regular.
They'll go with the sneak. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be being third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now, you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Rashad White, the ball carriers. Calais Campbell on the stop.
And now the timeout will be called, so they are in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to win the game. His kick is good. He got it. So a win here for the visiting Bucks. This one went all the way down to the wire. Late field goal with zeros on the clock seals the deal. As they come from behind, they may feel like they stole this one. They get the victory on the game's final play. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Oates. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Up next, it's our main event between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And here we go from L.A. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Looking quickly here.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Tampa
Going to the ground again on first. We'll cobble together a yard there. Stop made by Braden Fitz.
He's tackled at the 40.
Offensive line fast.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
This is Irving on second. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third down. Here's Mayfield. Escapes the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they couldn't throw for it on third down, and as a result, Sam headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own
LA offense all set. Here's first and 10. The first carry now for Kyrie Williams. this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it.
It's a game
Offense
of
in a hurry up here.
yards. And the Rams, first down.
First down throw here for Stafford. Taking a shot deep here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
Stafford now on 2nd and 10. Complete. It's out well. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, even a drop would have been better than that, frankly. Couldn't find a way back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
3rd and long for him here. Played it over the middle. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it 4th and short.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast.
That's good for a Rams. First down. First and 10 at the 40.
Going now on first down. Stafford. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Puka Nacua, the target on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Nacua here. He's got it. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
27 yards.
They get 27 on the play. And the Rams have the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Stafford again. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Intended for
That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they face 2nd down. Partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it. This is on the quick hitter. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
It's a gain of 11. And the Rams, first down.
Stafford's going to throw once more. Throw left side, complete.
Stafford's pass, complete to Canada.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Pick up of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he pushes them a little closer into the 3. Working quickly here.
A 2-yard pickup.
3rd and goal, it's Stafford. He will score. Touchdown, LA. The Rams have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves it can stop it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Evans set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Cameron Johnson. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're backed up deep on their own side for this possession. They give to Irving to start his drive. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
The cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. They think the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. That's complete, Mike Evans. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Buccaneer first down.
Irving on the inside give. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
A gain of 21
Those unsung
yards.
heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
So first down from the 41.
180! What's up?
Baker now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. He's got a Mecca Egbuka. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Offense in the hurry up here. First down, here's Baker. Run by Chris Godwin. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Goes to the hurry up offense here.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
He was brought down at the 13.
They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Second and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Once again, Irving. And a decent run gets him out 4, and it's going to be third down. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and got a nice little gain on the ground.
Third down, give to Irving. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's fourth down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Chase McLaughlin now to try the Buccaneers field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10. Defense showing blitz. Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jarrett loose, incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Devontae Adams. So second down coming up.
At the 35-yard line.
Double right. Set. Yellow 80. Yellow 80.
Stafford from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
This is not going to get it done on third down. They catch him behind the line. This goes for a loss.
A 6-yard
Not
loss.
terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Rams going to punt on fourth down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. Cameron Johnson back deep to receive this one for the Bucs. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Escapes the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. So it'll be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. He's going to get this one at the 36-yard line.
Let's go.
Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
A gain of 14. And the Buccaneers.
First down, and they go right back to him. And 3 yards is all he was going to get. It's 2nd down. And dose of the hurry up here.
On the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. Flushed out of the pocket. For the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Rams will start with it in the 4th after an interception to end the quarter. A pretty tough play for him to make right there, partner.
And such a fascination with these kind of plays today, Kate.
There is, rolling that direction, but it is hard for him to deliver a pass at full power. I mean, my stomach's hurting just watching him try to get those hips around, and it is indeed picked up.
Because fundamentally, it's so unsound. It's why these passes will be underthrown, not having enough to float in the air. You know, fun is in the fundamentals, right? It's the first 3 letters of fundamentals. It's fun because it leads to success. You take this kind of risk, well, it can blow up in your face as it did right there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36.
Blue 60.
He's back to throw. This one's reeled in downfield by Ferguson. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And they're trying to will it further, but it just doesn't have the muster. This one falls short. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
37-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. On the play kick, here's Stafford. He can put some heat on this deep ball left side.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got 1 hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Here's it moving up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
4th down.
The Rams are set to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Hey, alert 33. 180. What's up?
Irvin here from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for two. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second
Great
and
fake.
8.
It's Mayfield. And the Rams are there, and down he goes. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Baker Mayfield sacked. A loss of 9 yards. And it's third.
Working quickly here.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Kings, Kings, Kings. Real. What's up?
Third and long, Mayfield. That one's good to Godwin. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
24-yard gain.
Offensive line fast.
First down, Buccaneers.
Hey, alert. What's up?
Mayfield on first and 10. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Complete to
Offense in the hurry up here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 50-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. On the move, headed right. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
180. Real. What's up?
Baker now off the play fake. It's complete. This is Nguka. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out.
A gain of
A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. New set of downs from 37.
180.
Irving on the counter. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. He's going to be out of bounds except a yard or two short of the 25.
It's a
Even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Bucs have the first.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
On first down, they're going to run with Irving. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line either. Tackle for a loss. We've got second and 11. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us.
At the 28-yard
It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. They break the huddle. It's second down now.
What's up? What's up?
Play action. Here's Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's short of the first after Miles gains. Offense up to the line fast.
Bucky Irving. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Point it right.
Back to throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Desperation time here on fourth. Finds him on the crossing route. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First down, Buccaneers.
Here's the give to Irving. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Looking quickly here.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the Rams' 12-yard line.
Mayfield now from the gun. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Oh, he had a touchdown there. So now it's going to be third and long.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Looking to throw. Hits his running back. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
I like the completion. You never turn down the completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
180! King!
Desperation time here. Risky throw, and it's intercepted. And the Rams will get possession up towards midfield as they take the interception up beyond the 40. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time when ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Rams up by 4. Second and 3 now.
Set! 180! Drill right, 22!
Give to Williams from the gun. He's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So first down from the 41.
Set! 280! Hurry!
Another run for Williams. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on first down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the Bucs' 40-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Yellow 80! Yellow 80!
They're going to pass it here. That's caught by Williams. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be good for an L.A. first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Set!
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's set up to throw it. There's another one to Williams. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
20-yard line.
Big moment for Harrison Mevis here.
For the field
From
goal.
37 yards in the right hash.
37-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Buccaneers 3.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Brought in downfield by Otten. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now the timeout is called, and they're going to have to set up for one final heave towards that end zone. One final shot here. Force that to his right. Need this to force overtime. And he goes and pulls in that Hail Mary. It's a touchdown, and they can tie this or play for the win with no time left. I still don't think everyone has quite processed that touchdown as time expired, Brock, but they don't have time. They've got to make the biggest decision of the game right now. Do you force overtime, or do you go for this win?
Well, you said a key word right there, processed. And this is a process. You spend the week planning it, you got the numbers behind it, but ultimately, Kate, this comes down to gut and feel. I say it every time in these moments. You've had to use the last 4 quarters to make this decision, and it better not have been right in the moment. You better have made it before this drive began.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
22! Middle!
First throw of overtime. Oh, big interception here. And the Buccaneers surprise them with the interception. And now have a chance to win this game.
They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own
Stunned silence up here and stunned silence on that sideline, partner. I mean, a pick on the very first play of overtime. That one may have just decided this ball game.
Well, this offense now has to go on the field and capitalize. It's going to pay off what the defense just did. This is called complimentary football, Kate. Your defense goes out there and takes the ball away extraordinarily. And now the offense has got to find a way to finish.
No place for him to go here. The Rams rush all over it. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and 9.
Third down. Here's Mayfield. Oh, man, this is Evans. He'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Buccaneer 1st down.
On the give, this is Irving. He works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8. He goes to the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
In with Irving again on 2nd. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Spates on the
An
stop.
offense defensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to start things out. They're short.
And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the first down. Again for the first time to Rashad White. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Forcing a hurry up here.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2.
Running on second with White. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. Offense is hurrying. Time running down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Running it after the penalty. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here at OT. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Back play straight ahead. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
And he reaches the end zone. That is a game-winning touchdown. So it's a win for the Buccaneers. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles. as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running from Raymond James. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Chuck will throw to get us started. This is caught by Trey Palmer. They're going to be set up with a 1st down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Fresh set of downs now from the 39. Chuck with a quick toss out wide. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle.
At the 43-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Go! 18 Cardinal.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line.
A gain of 15
The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
First down from the 42. Sign quarterback run here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead right away. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
So the offense stays out. Kellen Moore making the call to go for 2. All right, they're going to throw for it. And that's brought in for 2, Braun. That's going to put them up 8-0. Well, evidently a touchdown wasn't enough for them. They further quiet this home crowd by adding the 2-point conversion.
You know what I love about this? I love it because coaches spend time all week saying we're going to be aggressive, we're going to go for it, but then you back it up with a decision like that. That's empowering your team in another team's building. What a start.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run from Irving. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Looking quickly here.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
This is Irving on 2nd. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Irving, the ball carrier.
Offense to the line fast.
The tackle made by Demario Davis. Taken down back at the 12-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there. Up to the 30.
17 yards. And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Irving on the inside give. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down. Here's Baker. Headed out right. Completed to his running back. This one doesn't get much. Down to the 41. Alontae Taylor making the stop. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Second and 6 coming up here. Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. Between left side by Luka. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Let's go. Offense in a hurry up here.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third down, give to Irving. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Buccaneers.
First and 10, it's Mayfield. He rolls to his right. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Saints take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Here's shot. First and 10. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off by Jacob Parrish. And the Buccaneers will take over at the start of the next quarter. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. It's the Saints setting the pace so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Ready to go with our second quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score.
20.
Running right, it's Irving. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Here's Baker. Escapes out to the left. He tucks it and takes off. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Buying some time right. Caught in. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up for the first and goal.
That's good for a first down.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Now after the timeout to talk things over, here they go, trying for two. Here we go, toss to the left side. And he runs this in. That's going to knock this game up at 8 apiece. What a start to this one, baby. Both teams scoring, and without hesitation, on everyone out there to go for two. For fans of aggressive offenses, Brock, this is certainly shaping up to be their perfect type of game.
Yeah, you think both these offenses are going to go for two from here on out? I don't know. There's a lot of risk involved with it, but I'm here for it.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Back to work after throwing the pick. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Saints, go.
Chuck to throw. Screen here for Kamara. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Saints first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Ready. Pat the 60. Pat the 60. 70 left.
Catch made left side by Homer. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Well, not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up. First and 10 from the 32. To throw again here, it's Chuck. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Buccaneers' 26-yard line.
Chuck now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Saints first down.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set.
2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
Chuck working from the gun. Throws caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Kamara has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal. Right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Liking 18.
Chris Olave with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
So the offense stays out. Kellen Moore making the call to go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point
Shotgun snap to Shuck. And this is caught inside the end zone. The 2-point try successful. They're up to a 16-8 lead.
Buccaneers 8.
Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. On the return, here comes Cameron Johnson. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Their own 29-yard line.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Play action. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
180!
Baker now off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
What's that?
He's drawn up for him. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And he didn't strike that one true, Brock. It came down short of the landing zone. He had to reach, so give them the football up at the 40. First and 10 for him now, following the penalty. They'll run here, following the penalty. Having gained up that handful there. Paul Granderson in on the tackle. Offense in the hurry up here.
6-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
Once again, Irving. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. A dose of the hurry up offense here.
5-yard gain on the play. And a first down.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
They'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
45-yard line.
Dose of the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third down. Here's Mayfield. That time, this is a big cut. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Complete to Emeka Abuka.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Looking quickly here.
Mario Davis on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Saints, 36-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd
This
down
defense,
and
this
7.
defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7.
Kings, 180. What's that?
Play fake. It's Mayfield. Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7. He's back to throw. Oh, it's the screen. Pass complete. And he won't escape. They converge on him, drive him backwards after that catch. It's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
19, try.
Now shut to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Across the 40. Nice run here. And finally stopped at the 34. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to throw. Shot. Dialing up a receiver screen. And this winds up a short gain to the 29. Yaya Diaby brings him down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule. You get a little something coming out of it, too.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. To throw. Shot. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. Driving across the 15-yard line. He's on the level. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints push their lead further to start the half. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Shock and the Saints offense still out there. They're going for 2.
The Saints will line up for the two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
22. Buccaneers 8.
Smith has it on the tee, and it's ready to send it flying. And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line. Irving on the counter. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain. First down line. Offensive line fast. Take the hand off. Now it's Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
180!
3rd and long for him here. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. Offense in a hurry up here.
It's 4th down.
Hey, I'm 33!
Mayfield throwing on 4th. Escapes the pocket. Trying to find some positive yardage. He's across the 45. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
18. That's good for a first down. 1st and 10.
That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. First down from the 42. Baker throwing again. Finds him in the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the 30.
Irving here from the gun. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Mayfield now off the play action. Headed out right. That's the line he's going to run for it. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
You know, before the snap, You know, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Chased out to his right. Looking middle, and Godwin's got it. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Buccaneers, first down.
First down, here's Baker. It's Godwin again. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Here's the give to Irving. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker. Saints adding an extra DB. This is third down. Just lost his focus and jumped. It's not a huge penalty, but it is a costly one because it gives him enough for a first down. So now then, after the penalty, this is first and goal. Right back to Irving now. So they manage a yard following the penalty. We've got second and 4.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
Offense in the hurry up here.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Trying to run with Irving. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Buccaneers now within 1 score in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
And this is going to be caught, getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure, and if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. First and 10 coming up.
18 Cardinals.
Chuck now from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 45-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Saints up by 6. Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is second and inches. Shot for the quick toss out wide. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Saints.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. On the keeper, here's Shuck. On the move, past the 40. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that can do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Into traffic, complete. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Reaching for Chris Olave with that one. So it'll be third down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a fourth down decision.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Smith able to put it through. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
Johnson with a return here. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. First and 10. Here's Mayfield. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
That's complete downfield to Godwin. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with first and 10.
180. Start.
From the red zone now. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's second down.
It's second down.
Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Alert, alert, 180. Alert, 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 alert.
Throwing again is Baker. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
10 yards to go.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And there's our last state image of this game. It's intercepted. That's DeMario Davis. So this will win on the road for the Saints. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints, as with that, we sign off from Tampa.